Hey everybody, and welcome to another live edition of the Rocksmith stream on Twitch. My name's Dan Amrick. I'm your community developer, and let me tell you what, today is a special day. I'm really excited because we have some special guests who are going to be coming into the show to play live with us. They are the Road Vikings. You probably recognize their song, The Ballad of Clutch Nixon, from Far Cry 5. Well, it's cool enough that we were able to get their recording in this week's pack, the 5-song Ubisoft Music Pack, which is 5 songs from different Ubisoft games. But yes, because the Road Vikings schedule worked out, they have agreed to come in and join us in the studio and play their song in Rocksmith live. So we're going to have a little bit longer of a show this time. If you have questions for the Road Vikings, you'll be able to ask some of those in real time. We've got additional giveaways. We have more codes than normal. And we also, of course, do have Ernie Ball prizes to give you. But our very first segment, the first of the 5 songs, is pre-recorded. So we're going to throw to the trailer. You're going to see the 5 songs that are in this pack. I should point out, this pack is not as expensive as most of our packs. Because it is Ubisoft Music, we were able to pass some of the savings on to you. We still have to charge money because, note trackers are not cheap, at least not the good ones. But what you're going to get is 5 songs for $4.99 USD, or your local currency equivalent. So hopefully you're enjoying the fact that we've got a little synergy going on with our Ubisoft brethren, and that saves you money in the long run. So the 5 songs in the pack are here in the trailer. When we come back, we'll be pre-recorded, but you'll know because I'll do a magic trick with my T-shirt, and it'll completely change. And then after that, we'll be back with live music, and the Road Vikings are here live as well. So thanks for being here. Really happy you're here. Let's just get on with the music. That's what we got this week. It's 5 songs from Ubisoft soundtracks. You know, maybe you would have expected this a long time ago, but it took a little while to make it happen. We did get your requests. We know there's a lot of cover bands out there that like to do rock versions of game music. I mean, we see them all the time at conventions and stuff. And in fact, the reason that we're recording this a little bit early is because one of those people can't be here on Thursday. So this is a pre-recording, but Brian Shu, who you may recognize from Super Soul Bros, your time in Super Soul Bros, is one of those people who regularly rearranges guitar music from game soundtracks for guitar. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
So this is just like a little extra bonus work for you to do, I guess.
Yeah.
You were already in this headspace. Brian McCune is joining us on bass.
Yeah.
And, oh, I see that the C be rolling, so I guess we're doing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag main theme.
Dan, how many times are you going to tell your favorite pirate joke?
Oh, I can if you'd like.
Let's do it.
What's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
Brian, you get to guess.
R.
You'd think so, but his true love be the sea.
All
right, so you actually... Wow, that was a really slow realization. You had quite a bit of a challenge here because, of course, this is full of various different symphonic instruments and some folk instruments because they're trying to evoke the era of the pirates. How do you translate that to guitar? What did you focus on to make it work in a rock context? Wasn't that hard of a question, Brian?
I mean, there's a very prevalent melody throughout the whole song, and that's played by like violins, just higher strings. So I reinterpret that as kind of like more of a rock guitar kind of thing, and
okay,
it's pretty cool.
And then on bass, how simple is the bass?
It's not as simple as it could be.
Oh, okay.
Because Shu decided to get a little creative, which is fine. You know, we allow that sometimes.
So did you just work on did you pull other parts of the soundtrack out to fill out a bass line so that it was a little bit more active?
Actually, you kind of composed a bit, you know, didn't you? Just
I kind of you know, there's you can hear the chord progression throughout the entire song, but the actual bass in this song doesn't particularly follow that a lot of the times. It just kind of stays on like 1 or 2 notes. So I just wanted to make it a little bit more interesting to play, just for fun.
Well, then let's play just for fun.
Yeah.
It's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag main theme, one of the 5 songs in this week's Ubisoft Music Song Pack. And remember, you can only get these songs as a 5-pack, but it is also just $5 for 5 songs, so pretty good deal. We'll do our first Ernie Ball giveaway after this. Yeah, now it's complete. That was very cool, and you mentioned that it shifts time signatures, and it definitely does. But what are those time signatures?
So the main the main bulk of the song is kind of like that 6/8,
3/4,
3/4 kind of feel.
halfway in between.
Yeah, and then the kind of metally proggy thing in the middle of that thing, that's in 15/8.
15/8.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like 5/4, but with a triplet bass.
Okay.
Is that how this one breaks down, or not at all? Or is it just actually just 15?
It's like,
But it's a compound
I broke it up into 7 and then 8.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
So it's in 7/8 and 8/8.
Yeah, 7,
Oh,
8,
okay.
and 8/8.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and follow those. I put some little highlights on those accents on the very end of those phrases, so you can kind of follow those to help you play those time signatures.
It was really helpful because you always did it in those groups of 4. Bum,
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's very good. And maybe this is of interest to people that are looking for more Rush and Yes and and Primus and the sort of proggy things that we have in our library. This might slide right into your practice regimen.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
It is time to do some giveaway stuff. We're going to go back to the present because our pre-recorded segment is done, and thanks for making the time to be here today. But we'll give you a present, courtesy of Ernie Ball. We've got some prizes to give you. We've got strings and accessories and all kinds of things that whoever you are out there, if you play guitar or bass, you're going to want to probably enter to win this giveaway. So let me throw it to Future Dan, and he will tell you everything you need to know. I am Dan from the future. The future is dire. No, the future is actually pretty good because you could win everything you see right here. If you are new to the stream, first of all, welcome. And second of all, what we do is we give away 2 of these every week. We're only going to give away 1 now. We'll give away 1 later in the show. But everything that you see on the screen right now could be won by any one of you. This is both a set of regular slinky strings for your guitar and for your bass. It's not either or. We're going to give you both because hopefully you're enjoying both instruments. Or if you don't, and if you have a friend that plays the other instrument that you don't, this makes a great gift. Also a peg winder, which makes changing strings a heck of a lot easier. A little sampler pack of Wonder Wipes. This is Ernie Ball's maintenance system for your guitar. Cleans it's guitar polish, so it cleans the body of the guitar. It also cleans off the strings so that they do not oxidize or rust nearly as often. If you keep them clean, that's the best thing you can do for them to make them last. And also fretboard conditioner so that when you are changing all of your strings, you can re-moisturize the oils that should be in your rosewood neck. So those are really handy. If you're not doing that kind of guitar maintenance, you may find that you really like the way your guitar plays if you do. You're also going to get a strap. I believe we have just a few more silver straps left. I don't know what the next ones will be, but I guess we'll all find out together. And then, of course, picks. You probably have lost a bunch, so Ernie Ball is nice to offer you 12 of them, and we are stingy, so you only get 3 of our Rocksmith hot pink Skullboy picks as designed here by the staff. So if you would like to win everything you see here, pay attention to what's going on in the chat room right now in real time. Our friend UB Vertigo is Doug. He's our community manager. He runs our giveaways. He will let you know what you need to do to enter. Yes, it is open to international folks. We will send it to you, and the only problems that we've had is if your country sends it back, which happened a couple of weeks ago. We sent something out last summer, and it just returned to us, so that was really sad. But we'll figure it out from there. And also, when Doug picks a winner, when Moobot really picks a winner, he'll contact you with a whisper here on Twitch. He's going to be looking for your name, your address, and your phone number. Please help us understand how to format that. Put slashes at the end of each line or something so that we know. We won't use that information for anything else. We're just using it to send you a prize. And, of course, if you do win, I always love seeing messages on social media. I saw somebody who won just recently. What was her name? Her real name was Kim, but I cannot remember the name that she won under. So she posted a photo of the package that she got. She thanked us, and she thanked Ernie Ball. And that's the important thing, is let Ernie Ball know that we are passing these prizes on to you and that you appreciate it. Hey, it's $35 worth of stuff. Who doesn't want it? So, hey, welcome back to the show. My name's Dan Amrich. I'm the community developer. That means that I talk endlessly on behalf of Rocksmith. we are doing Ubisoft Music Pack this week. This is 5 songs from Ubisoft games that maybe you've played, maybe you haven't. I think this one is sort of the dark horse of the pack, the next one coming up, because, we've got songs from Assassin's Creed, and we've got songs from Far Cry 5, and these are, franchises that come out all the time. And then there's Rayman Legends. But the song that we've chosen from Rayman Legends is called Strategy and Spying, and it's one of the most interesting songs. And let me tell you, I threw Andrew Levin under the bus. Hi, Andrew Levin. I threw Andrew under the bus because Anthony was supposed to play this, and he volunteered. He really wanted to play it, and then he became unavailable. So I said, hey, Andrew, would you mind jumping? I think it's easy. The worst 4 words I've ever said to you, because I came in just moments ago, and I was like, what the hell are you playing? He goes, it's the Rayman song, man. What did you do? You look panicked. You're sweating profusely. This is not an easy song on bass.
No.
It moves a lot. Is it jazzy? Is it what's the vibe behind it?
The
jazzy vibe.
It's kind of
funk,
jazzy funk.
Are you just going to repeat any word that I say at this point?
Well, try another one.
It's sort of a flamenco.
I would. It
sounds
sounds like a spy movie. It
sounds like a spy.
It's really
Totally
cool.
does.
It's such a well composed song.
Okay.
I love how it combines elements of jazz and funk with orchestral stuff, with horn. The horns are really indicative of like a jazz spy movie type of thing, but it's got really beautiful string arrangements too that sound kind of fantasy-like. And yeah, I really like it.
That sounds good. And
Yeah.
Shane Gann, ladies and gentlemen, from Hail the Sun. Shane, you did this note track?
I tracked this note.
Did you find it difficult? This one uses some more traditional instruments, right? Like you didn't have to do what...
There's not a lot of guitar throughout the arrangement, at least for the first chunk of the song. It's kind of a 3-part song. You can think of it as like an ABC structure. And yeah, there's guitar here and there to kind of fit that spy theme that we're kind of more familiar with. But like Andrew was saying, there's a lot of horns and a lot of strings. So in arranging a lead path and a rhythm path, I had a lot of tonal variety to choose from, and I put together kind of whatever I thought was really, really fun, and had the help of the team too in composing these arrangements.
All right. Are you ready?
I got 100% downstairs right before I came up. So
Great, I'm
Same
sure
here.
Andrew. I'm sure Andrew can do the same.
Yeah.
All right, so
Go for it.
Strategy and Spying by Billy Martin, one of the 5 songs in this week's Ubisoft Music Pack, all available as a pack, no singles this week, but $5 for 5 songs, can't beat it. After this, not kidding, a world premiere. Police Squad in color.
Freeze!
Like, yeah, totally. It sounds more like a 70s cop show at the
Yeah.
end than a
Yeah.
spy. It goes
the
from
chase
spy
scene
to
or
the chase
something.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
That bass line is wonderful. That looks so much fun. And a lot of times we get, comments from bassists that feel like they're underserved. There's not enough interesting for them to play. They don't like just hanging around on the root and supporting the guitar, and I understand that. But holy cow, if you were looking for something fun and active to play on bass, this is one you should check out.
Yeah, and if you want to build your hand strength too, I mean, this bass is really nice because it plays really well.
Right.
My
Ernie
hands,
Ball?
my hands didn't get quite as tired. But when I was practicing before, it was on this bass. It's semi-hollow.
Yeah, it's a Jack Cassidy Epiphone, and it's not set up exactly dialed in perfect. We need to do a
No.
little trust love on that.
I do really like playing that bass, though. It sounds really good.
Oh, yeah.
But since it has a little higher action, my
Yeah.
hands were just killing me. But it wasn't so bad. There,
This is why I'm
thankfully.
saying you made a face that I don't think you knew you made. That's, that's what it was. Well, excellent. Thank you both.
That's
That's a
Thank
groovy
you,
track.
World.
Hey, if you're just joining us, you are in time for something truly special. This is the Rocksmith live stream, and we do this every week. The developers of Rocksmith, the note trackers who actually create the DLC for the game, come on, they play the song that they worked on, say, 2 months ago, and they offer you a little bit of advice or insight into how that all happened, and hopefully helps you appreciate the song more, or maybe even give you some advice on how to play it better, especially if you're having a little trouble with it. One of the songs in this week's Ubisoft Music Pack, all 5 of the songs are featured in Ubisoft games. Some of them are from the symphonic soundtracks, and some of them are like that, where it's different arrangement. We do have a metal song from a band called the Road Vikings. Those of you who have done any of the challenges for the Stuntman challenges in Far Cry 5 as you go around Montana and battle a cult, you will know the theme called "The Ballad of Clutch Nixon." This is it's an ode to the greatest man who ever set foot on 2 wheels. It's my favorite line from the thing. He's very Evel Knievel inspired. He's a stuntman, and you have to recreate his challenges throughout the course of the game. So the Road Vikings happen to be a local band. They are based here in the Bay Area, and we called them up and said, we're going to be playing your song on the stream. Would you like to come in and play the song yourselves? And there were games. So not only are we going to bring the Road Vikings on for our next song, we get to introduce them with the world premiere of the official video for The Ballad of Clutch Nixon. Literally, full disclosure, we went out to lunch, and they're like, well, we brought the video. We haven't uploaded it online yet. You want to show it during the show? Yes, I do. So thank you to the Road Vikings for bringing this like piping hot just off of the computer asset. This is the official Road Vikings video for The Ballad of Clutch Nixon. If you want more information on the Road Vikings, go to theroadvikings.com. But really, just pay attention to the video, and when we come back, we'll have real live Road Vikings right here in the studio. So thanks for being here, and check it out. World premiere right now.
I'm a two-wheel flyer, risking everything. Not with the act of love, not through a violence or a tyranny. No, just one man and two wheels. Two wheels strapped to a Harley V-twin. Feel the engine roar. 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 Clutch, Nixon, riding through the storm. Clutch, Nixon, in hell you were born. Clutch, Nixon, nothing can divide. Clutch, Nixon, legend in heaven, legend in hell, legend in heaven, legend in hell.
Hey, everybody. See, I said I'm ready. Welcome back to the Rocksmith live stream. My name's Dan Amrick. I'm the community developer, and that was the world premiere. No kidding. The first place that anybody has gotten to see the official video for the Ballad of Clutch Nixon by the Road Vikings. The Road Vikings are one of the bands in this week's DLC pack. It's the Ubisoft Music pack. And again, if you're a Far Cry 5 player, you have probably recognized that song from all of the awesome challenges where you're trying to recreate Clutch Nixon's greatest death-defying escapes and stunts. Everything from a wingsuit to like barreling down the mountain on an ATV, and of course, plenty and plenty of motorcycle stunts. It is my unique pleasure to welcome not one but two Road Vikings to the show today. Rock and Roll Ragnar in the middle and Davey Zavala on the side. Hello, gents. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Nice for you to have us.
Nice of you to show up. You look epic, both of you. Thank you for coming in full, morning, Sunday best. It's kind of great.
If anything, I thought it was underdressed.
No, you're fine. You know what? We're a casual show. It's totally cool. First of all, we already have questions for you from our audience, and the number one being, how did you guys wind up in Far Cry 5? Did they approach you? Did you approach them? What was that process like?
Yes, I can answer that question.
Please do.
What is that thing that's online where you go find songs? Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify.
I've heard of that.
We were fortunate enough to get our stuff on Spotify, and a Ubisoft person went on there looking for a song and found that song.
Fantastic.
And they were like, wow, I think that's the song we need for our video. So they approached us and said, we like your song. So we modified the song to their specifications, and boom, we got the Ballad of Clutch Nixon.
And you're in, and you play endlessly through Far Cry 5. Like every time that you trigger one of those stunt challenges, like those opening riffs right away, and it's just like, oh, I'm right there. And that's a lot of people said, like, you guys got to get this song. And they did not think we'd be able to get it because it was too new. We've always talked, our licensing thing takes a little while. You guys were like, nope, we're right there with you. Nope, we get it. So thank you for letting us use your song in the game. Number one, that's the best. How long did you have to sit on the news that you were in Far Cry 5? When did you know? And then when did you have to keep it quiet?
Yeah, it did. We did have to keep that quiet, and it did take a few months.
Yeah.
It was not an eternity, but a few months.
All right. And obviously, we're getting tons of questions. That guitar is insane, says Firecorn.
Okay.
Do you want to explain a little bit about what you're...
It's a custom-made guitar.
No.
Yeah, there is not one like this on the planet anywhere else. It's right here in my hand. Now, I did design this body. I mean, of course, I designed a headstock, but the guy that built it lost my pattern and made up his own, which is okay. It's okay, but it's not the one that I had. So anyway, it's okay. It's a custom-made guitar.
So you've got a P90 in the neck, you've got a rail humbucker in the bridge, and you've got one knob. What's the knob? Tone,
That's
I guess?
just the volume. That's
oh,
it.
okay.
No tone.
I just figured, like,
up
just
and down. That's it.
Flat out, the volume was always maximum, and maybe you were
I stole
just...
this idea from Eddie Van Halen.
It's a good guy to steal it from.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't charge royalties. And Davey, you're playing a 7-string D'Armond, so you this is a song that's in B standard, and you brought in a 7-string ready to go to B.
Yeah, when I first auditioned, I was actually asked if I had a 7-string, just because the luxury of not only playing so low, but I also have the high E.
Sure.
It just unlocks other places around the neck, you know? It's convenient for me, because I like playing on the high E.
Excellent. So, are you ready? Well, I'm sure we'll get more questions, and we can talk to you a little bit more later, but would you like to try the Ballad of Clutch Nixon?
Oh, jeez.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be like an out-of-body experience where you play your own song, but then it's going to tell you that you made mistakes on your own song. Ignore it. It's fine. You do what you want to do.
I'll probably get the lowest score of all time.
Excellent. You'll have to beat me for that. This is the Ballad of Clutch Nixon by the Road Vikings. They're right here. These are 2 of the 4 Road Vikings. More information at theroadvikings.com. They're also on Bandcamp if you'd like to hear more of their other music. And when we come back, more stuff.
Side
That was epic. I mean, there's no cheering crowds here, but trust me, everybody at home, clap, 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 clap. And yes, lots of love in the chat room for this. I'm normally not a metal guy, says BiscoBid, but this right here is so damn good. So there you go. You have the love and support of millions. And I do have some questions for you if you're up for it. Some of them are technical, some of them are opinionated. Toy Machine SH wants to know, how did Rocksmith do on transcribing your guitar solo? Again, that was a very sort of personal expression, improvised solo. So it's hard to get 100% on it, but did they do it justice? Does it feel like something you would play? Although I understand you kind of mix it up and play it differently every night, right?
Yeah. These kind of solos, you want to get into the ballpark. You know, get it. Look, I just played it the worst I ever played it in my whole life. just a minute ago, okay? It came out like crap. Okay.
No, it sounded fine. What are you talking about?
Okay, you know, I mapped it out and I follow the same structure each time.
Right.
Because these are one of those kind of solos you can't really improvise.
Okay.
It just won't come out worth a crap if you do.
So, but you don't have every single note planned, but
I go to the same thing in each section.
Okay.
So if you can learn each section, what I'm basically doing, then you're in the ballpark of what's happening, and you can play the solo. And I think your aim would be to learn it and then take the thing off and just play to the music, right, and do the solo. And if it's a little different, oh well.
Right. Oh well.
Oh well. At least you're doing it.
That's exactly. I'm glad to hear you say that. That's how I feel too. Have you practiced this in the game? Asks Barad888. To be honest, I don't think you guys have, right? Or like you got to see it once or something.
No.
Not even.
It's kind of weird because I never play the rhythm parts really because I sing the song.
Right. Yeah.
I'm
well,
a
you're
singer.
Rock and Roll Ragnar.
I don't even play the guitar. I just sing.
This is just a really elaborate prop.
He's stuck with all the parts, not me.
And I have a question about the solo. Let me find out where did it go? Oh yeah, okay. The tapping, says Mad Al, the tapping almost sounds like yodeling, like a pinched tap, and that's so cool. How did you do that? What's the technique there for?
Can you hear that?
Yes.
It's really stupid easy stuff. All right, now, but if you learn this.
That sounds like a certain Dutchman that I know.
Yeah. Okay, Eddie Van Halen. He's the king. He's the king of that stuff right
Sure.
here. All right, and I'm just an amateur. But look, I stole Eddie Van Halen's idea and I stuck it in the song because I felt like right at that spot it needed that. See?
Right.
It needed that.
And it works.
And it's just a simple thing. So what I'm doing is right there's the root.
So there's a little vibrato when you're hitting it.
I'm bending up to the fifth, and here's the root. Right? Yeah, I'm again a little vibrato. I'm following the scale up. And up here. Right? And then. Okay, that's a riff. That's a riff.
Sure.
I worked that out, and I try to do it every time.
You play guitar very well for a vocalist. I gotta say, I think you're hiding your true talents
I started
here.
out as a drummer.
Oh,
years, a long time ago. Years as a drummer. Oh, I'm gonna play Wipeout. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Wipeout.
And then did you wipe out?
I wiped out.
Yeah, so it's such a shame. Why is the song in B standard and not C standard?
Okay, that's a good question. This is a very good. Oh, what do you mean C standard?
Well, we've had a lot of games that are a lot of songs that are in the game that tune down to C.
I have an explanation. For this. For most of my career, I played in E standard, E, for many, many decades. E. And I'm the singer, right? So I get stuck on these really these
Oh,
crazy,
yeah. No, I
I'm stuck
understand.
in these bad ranges. So years later, I discovered, gee, if I detune down to C, it's better. But then I realized, gee, when I'm in C, I can't jam with anybody on their E guitar.
Right.
So now I just tune to B, and I can jam with anybody.
Yeah, anybody
and
with a 7-string.
The guitar sounds fatter, and now I'm in a better register to sing.
All right.
That's why.
And Burn121 has a question that I think I know the answer to. I don't know if you want to reveal. What was the song's inspiration before the game?
Well, of
because
course,
you mentioned it's on Spotify and it was modified for Ubisoft's needs.
We are the Road Vikings. Check this out. Oh, where'd it
it's
go?
over there. It's over on.
Sheesh. What? See that?
It's registered.
We're the Road Vikings, okay? Now, I've been a motorcycle enthusiast my whole life. I've had plenty of Harley Davidsons and all that stuff. I've been kind of somewhat of a biker to some degree, so I'm interested in motorcycles. Now, when I learned of Evel Knievel's death, I was like, wow, that guy, like, lived his whole life. And he survived all these crashes, and he died of old age.
Good for him.
And I was like, wow, that's crazy. You know, that guy's one of the most daredevil, bravest people that ever lived, right?
Snake Canyon.
So it just came to me, man, I got to write a song for Evel.
All right.
For Evel Knievel.
So it was originally about Evel
It's
Knievel.
called The Ballad of Evel Knievel, but, of course, the game has Clutch Nixon, right? It's no big deal. He's a daredevil. Clutch Nixon, he's crazier than Evel Knievel. He
Right.
flies an airplane, too,
Right?
and other things.
Yes, it's ridiculous.
This guy, these Americans are nuts.
All right, man. Thank you both very much. I appreciate that you both came here. And oh, actually, Walther D20 wants to know, why didn't you, he loves the glasses, but why didn't you bring the skull?
The skull.
He says you've got a skull.
Okay, listen, I have a king throne that I take to shows.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's skulls on it, right? And it's a throne that I sit in. I can dictate the mood of the audience. You,
Whoa.
sir, you need to start laughing before I run out there and give you this.
Damn. So where will you be playing live next?
Okay, we got a show this Saturday in L.A.
All right.
I can't even think of the name of the club. Do you know the name of the place?
It's in L.A.
We're playing with some other band called Thrust. So I don't know.
All right. I'm sure
I
they
don't
can
know.
find out at theroadvikings.com.
When we're on world tour, we'll let you know all about it.
All right.
I'd like to do one before I die.
Yeah, that would be
Just
good.
One would be great.
Just one trip around the world is all you need.
Just one world tour before I die.
Okay. Well,
That-
please don't die anytime
That's
soon.
the goal. You know, I think I'm trying to make it as like possibly the world's oldest guy to make it in rock and metal.
That's
I
fine.
could probably enter myself into the Guinness Book of World Records.
It's more about what you can do, not how old you are. Please trust me on this. We're probably not too far off in age. You just look a lot better than I do.
Go get the Rocksmith game.
Yeah, go get the Rocksmith thing and look for a new 5-song EP, which is just being finished up by the Road Vikings.
Yes.
And watch for that video for Clutch Nixon. This is not the only place you'll ever be able to see it. All of that information is at theroadvikings.com, correct?
Yes, sir.
There you go. I know how to plug stuff. It's my job.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Thank you both so much. Super great to have you here. We are going to continue on. You know, anything that we do now is anticlimactic, quite honestly. But in case you missed it, these are not the only songs. Surely after the Ballad of Clutch Nixon, what you want to hear is some Beethoven. And, yeah, we've got two other things that we did ourselves. Similar to this pack in that these are only available as packs, and they are available for a reduced price because these are songs that we recorded ourselves. These are classical masterpieces, totally re-envisioned for Rocksmith and for different genres. We actually have, between these two, we have rock, we have metal, we have some gypsy jazz. There's a fantastic version of Mozart that sort of sounds like Django Reinhardt. We also have Jason Kokel's amazing take on Orpheus and Hades. We call it the can here because he took so many liberties with it and shifts genres multiple times. It's an amazing challenge, and it's super fun. But all of these are available now, Boxsmith and Boxsmith 2, 2 different packs, 5 songs per pack. And these are available. Boxsmith 1 is $4.99. Boxsmith 2 is $5.99. So for $11, you're getting 10 songs, and 10 songs that you cannot get anywhere else. We've gotten a lot of really good feedback on both of these packs, and maybe you're not aware that they're here, but it seemed like an appropriate thing to bring up based on what we've got going on. I also want to bring up that right now we're doing a second code drop. We don't normally do this. We normally do the code drop during the video, and I'm going to take it on faith because I was busy with the Road Vikings when they were in here, that our friend UB Vertigo, Doug, our community manager, did that. But, oh, look, it's a second one because we have a little bit longer of a show, and we have some more stuff. So Doug is giving stuff away, or will be giving stuff away shortly. So watch the chat to make sure and see what it is that what we're giving away. I'm not exactly sure, but it might be more songs or it might be something else. We were trying to do some last-minute stuff. In any case, if you want free stuff, and I'm sure you do, that's where to get it. So I'm going to stop looking at the computer and look at you, the viewing public. Hi, everybody. My name's Dan Amrick. I'm the community developer on behalf of Rocksmith, and this is a pretty intense stream today. We are doing 5 songs from the Ubisoft Music Pack. These are songs that are featured in the soundtracks of 5 different Ubisoft games: Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 4, Rayman Legends, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, and the Ballad of Clutch Nixon from Far Cry 5. Now, if you give them a little chance to go and relax a little bit in the green room, the Road Vikings will be available to take some of your questions in chat. Piano Derby is the account you should look for. That's technically it's Brian Pody's account, but Anthony Martinez is taking care of that now. So if you have any questions that we didn't get to ask, they may be able to answer them in chat while we do the rest of the show. But that's it's very rare, and I'm super glad that we had them here, and I'm glad that you were here for this too. We do this every Thursday. If you are interested in seeing what's new in Rocksmith DLC and seeing the note trackers, the people that actually make the songs come out and play them. Anthony actually did do the note track for the Ballad of Clutch Nixon, and a huge shout out to our QA team in Bucharest. The reason being, when that's how we kind of considered Clutch Nixon in the first place. I mean, as players, we knew the song, but they were aware of the song, and they said, this would be really great in Rocksmith, and they lobbied hard for it, and they let us know, and then we let licensing know, and then the whole thing came together. So not only do they save our bacon by finding bugs and squashing them and testing things rigorously in Bucharest, they also are really the reason that we have the Ballad of Clutch Nixon in the game. So thank you to the QA team in Bucharest for everything you do, not least of which making us aware of really awesome opportunities like this one. I believe we're ready to go with the next song, which was note-tracked, I believe, by the one and only Sam Schwartz. And he is joined by the one and only Greg Studley. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Where are your Viking horns? Where is your stage gear? Where is your 7-string Diarmond? I don't see.
It's in the laundry.
You should not be putting a 7-string guitar in the laundry, just so you know. It's just
I have
advice.
2.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay.
Oh, okay, great. Welcome, both of you.
Hey.
And you're doing Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
You're doing, is it
That's right.
Ezio or is it Ezio? How do you
They
do
don't
the
say
Z?
it in the song.
Oh, all right. Can I memorize the lyrics as we go?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
go
there's no
on,
lyrics.
go nuts.
I can sing along.
Sing along.
There, I've just sung along. That was pretty much all I needed to do. This one's in E standard. You guys are
Mine
going to.
actually is in drop D.
Oh, yours is in drop D.
Yeah.
Are you playing the rhythm path or
I'm
the lead
actually going to
path?
play the rhythm. The reason I wanted to switch to the rhythm was because there's like kind of a best of in the rhythm, because there's not like a whole lot of guitar in this song, so I wanted to do the thing that like I feel like shows off the most content, and the rhythm chart actually has like a piano part in it, which I thought was kind of cool to play along with, so we're going to do that.
Okay. That's cool. And
Sorry, I didn't tell you.
No, that's fine. Hey, you know what? It's the live stream. We put the
We put the live
live
stream
in live streaming. Yeah.
No, I got you.
And Greg, any input on the bass there? Is it what's the arrangement like? Tricky, difficult, impossible?
Smooth.
Smooth.
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing. This is not the Black Flag one. That's the
Oh,
one that
I'm
say
sorry.
yeah.
I
So
think
this is
things confused.
as easy as dropping off a roof and stabbing somebody in the neck. Kind of easy, straightforward. Let's see what it looks like. It's composer Jesper Kid's Ezio's Family from well, it's Assassin's Creed 2. You jump off of rooftops and you stab people in the neck. It's super easy.
It's not easy.
All right. Regardless, enjoy this song. After this, we'll do another giveaway.
Now I'm scared.
Be very afraid.
It's creepy. Nice.
It's the muted string part.
Mind if I join in?
No. Whoa, that's a big old bass.
That was a bass.
screamy section. You must follow your path.
Is that you singing, Dan? Sounds great.
That is not me singing. I did not know the lyrics. But I can hit that note.
I know. Oh, I've heard him hit that note. He can hit it, but he can't do it softly.
You guys could have improvised a lot more. Do you not know how to improvise on bass, Greg? Is that the problem?
Not with knowledge.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. If you did not catch Monday's Rocksmith Encore, Greg Studley took on the impossible task. It's actually funny. You're the two guys that have made me learn things in real time on the stream. So thank you for that. But Greg just did Improvising with Knowledge, which is a book that he wrote, and he adapted parts of the lessons from that book to teach me live, and thereby teach you live how to play guitar, how to improvise a solo, but do so without feeling like you're completely lost or you know that you don't have any basis to start with. He showed me that I knew a lot more than I thought I did, and a lot of people were very happy with that.
Cool.
They felt empowered by you empowering me, and they were like, well, how much of that did you know? I'm like, I knew the E minor pentatonic scale, and that's it. I literally didn't know anything other than this is the same box I've been playing in for years. So
But we expanded that knowledge.
yes, we did. And very good arrangement on that. I know it's kind of slow and moody and interesting, and I think some people were like, "Why would you put this in? It's not fast, and you know it doesn't melt my face off." And yet, this was one of the most popular songs, and one of the things that we got a lot of requests for.
Sweet, yeah.
So, and I think it's because people had that emotional connection to the song by playing a lot of Assassin's Creed
of
2.
course, yeah.
You know, it just makes sense. Yeah. So, thank you both so much.
I'd like to point out one thing about the bass line.
Nope.
It'd only take a moment.
Nope.
All right, then.
Sure, go
Dan.
ahead.
So the interesting thing about playing a song like that, slow tempo, not moving too fast, not a lot of notes, you're totally exposed when you play. And it's a really good time to think about your rhythm. Because your timing, if you're a little bit off, it actually shows a good bit when you're playing lots of just long notes, but not a lot of them. So that's a great song for someone who wants to really hone in on how good their timing is you play a song like that. It seems counter from what you would think, but it actually works really well.
Yeah, you don't have as many notes to fill in the little spaces where you're not doing so great, right? So you have to do great on each one of those notes,
All right.
if that makes sense.
So yeah, no,
Is that-
accuracy
yeah.
and playing with intent.
Yes, very
that
much so.
that certainly that counts.
Absolutely.
That matters. Thank you both very much.
Yep.
I said we were going to do a giveaway now, but I think we need to save the giveaway so that I can escape and do something else a little bit later because I'm going to be playing on this next song. We have one song to go, and what I think we'll do is try to make this transition as least awkward as possible, because what happens every week is that as the producer of the show, I wind up creating the set list and what the transitions are, and I totally forgot to bake in a transition right here. Because I'm supposed to go over to the second stool and play bass. on the Power Glove song from Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. This is the Blood Dragon theme. Brian Pody, who will magically appear on this other stool in just a moment, and when he does, then I can get around him and sort of play this with him. That'll be our last song. After that, we will do the final Ernie Ball giveaway. So sorry, Doug, for the false alarm. UB Vertigo is our community manager, Doug. He will let you know what you need to know to enter that when we start it. We have not started it yet. Yeah, we are wrapping up the show. We're a little bit longer, but not as long as I thought we'd be, because a lot of these songs wound up being 2.5 minutes because they were, sometimes you design video game music to loop. And so that it's not the longest piece. It's just a quick loop. So in any case, we're going to do Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon's main theme, the Blood Dragon theme, and I'm going to just step around you, Mr. Pody. Hi, Mr. Pody, and welcome back to the show. You have been thrown into it, haven't you?
I have. I also noticed that I'd been thrown into running the board for 4 out of 5 segments.
Oh, how did that happen? Your name was not. Was your name on the thing? Did I put? Oh,
yeah.
Well, that was my oversight. Sorry. That should have been Sam and Dave. They're a classic team. You know what I could use is the plug.
Yeah, you and
Yeah,
you and I
so
both.
we're professional musicians, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Nailing it.
This is what we do.
God.
Hey, I have signal. Sounds like your cable is unplugged. You don't say. Thanks,
back.
Rocksmith guy. So yeah, we'll get this together. But we only have one more song, and again, the Ernie Ball prize pack includes strings and Wonder Wipes and a brand new strap and some picks and a peg winder. It's good stuff, and it's worth sticking around for. We gave away one at the top of the hour, and we'll give away a second one before we're done. And we do give 2 away every week. So if you would like to win, not only can you come back next week and get another opportunity to win. We still have no signal. Of course, we have not had a technical problem on the show for a long, long time. And we also have not had Brian Pody in the studio for a long, long time. So I think we can kind of make an immediate assumption, no matter how unfair it is. Wow. Okay, our cables are giving us a little trouble. Let me talk endlessly about other things. If you missed the Road Vikings, they were just in here. They should still be in the chat room. You may be able to ask them some questions, but you can get more information about the Road Vikings at their website, theroadvikings.com. That links to all of their other portals. Yes, they are on Facebook. Yes, they are on Bandcamp. And you will recognize them because they have a very distinctive logo, and they have a very distinctive stage look as well. Many thanks to Rock and Roll Ragnar and Davey Zavala for joining us in here today. That's been super cool. They let us debut the video for the Ballad of Clutch Nixon. If you haven't seen that, you missed it, and it's not available anywhere else yet. It will be available on their website, on theroadvikings.com. They mentioned over lunch that they've been working on some new music, and they're putting together a 5-song EP that they are hoping will be available soon. So keep an eye on that if you'd like to see some fresh music from the Road Vikings. They currently have 2 albums out, and they're both available now, and you can get all the information at their website. And we have signal because Pody broke it, and then Pody fixed it, because that's kind of...
That's how you learn to fix things.
Is it? You have to keep
break
breaking
all
them?
of them.
And I wanted you to build one of my guitars. Is that? And this is how you? Oh yeah, I'll break it as I build it, and there you go.
I mean, you'll never notice that it's all glued back together.
Right. If you would actually like to see Pody break a guitar, he did so on a previous episode of Rocksmith Encore. You completely disassembled and completely rebuilt, but upgraded as he went. A lowly Strat, like a very basic, affordable Squire Strat. That a lot of people might have as their first guitar, and you pimped that guitar pretty hard.
Yeah, and it's this guitar.
And there it is. So locking tuners now, and custom pickups, and new pots. Basically, the body and the neck are the same. And
I think the output jack.
Yes,
plate.
Vintage.
We probably replaced the jack itself.
Strap buttons are okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Same
So,
strap buttons.
In any case, if you would like to see that is available. That's available here on Twitch. If you look at our previous shows, you will find there's a whole bunch of them that say Rocksmith Encore. That's our special show that we do on Mondays. We actually do it once a month on the last Monday of the month. And we try to color outside the lines. Here, we're very good at sticking to the topic at hand, which is generally the latest DLC. But the history and anatomy of metal, what all those different subgenres, what the minute differences are between them. Pody's technical stuff. We had Brendan West come in here and teach you all about effects. We've even had just a simple show and tell, which is everybody brings in their guitars and tells you why that they bought them, because we have a lot of people that are always interested, and we have new instruments on stream. Plus, you're going to find a lot of instructional stuff. Shu goes over some, Brian Shu, one of our most talented players, quite honestly, goes over some exercises and suggestions on how to be able to play faster and smoother with more legato. Yeah, just on Monday, we had how to approach improvising and how you might know more than you think you do. I certainly know more than I thought I did going into that. So the Blood Dragon theme from Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon by Power Glove. Not a lot of guitar in this.
There is guitar in it, though.
There is guitar in it.
There is a dive bomb. And that's
a
guitar.
single. So for those of you who aren't familiar, Blood Dragon is a retro 80s shooter, and they leaned into that with a very synth-heavy soundtrack. That was part of the appeal and part of the joke. But you transcribed the synth bass, so I will be on bass. I will be playing the keyboardist's left hand. And what did you adjust for the lead guitar part?
This is a lot of the melody parts. So full disclosure, I approached this very much from the educational side of things, and I tried to think of a lot of these parts as like exercises.
Okay.
Because this is very repetitive. It's kind of like minimalist music in that it starts with like one little theme and it keeps playing that, but then it builds more and more themes on top of it that all kind of layer together. So I was like, what can we do with this? Let's make it into exercises that people can like learn something with.
Okay. So it's more of a technical run through.
Yeah.
Or it may be the most useful to you as a technical.
Yeah, I mean it's fun to play, like either way, but that was kind of my approach, was like let's teach people something.
Okay.
Like,
are you ready to learn? This is the Blood Dragon theme from Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, our last of the 5 songs in the Ubisoft music pack. Pinch harmonics working well?
Brendan kind of he toned down the gain on this a little bit because of the whole like educational aspect, which I disagree with that decision. I got my something.
Yeah. It sounds like that Toto cover.
Yeah. We also pitched this down by half step to make it work on guitar better.
Please note, I'm playing the bass with all right-hand mutes to get that muffled synth tone.
So if we hadn't pitched that down, like a little legato exercise in the strings. I probably would have learned more from it had I practiced it.
Cody, my hand hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't end. Check out the rhythm guitar part.
Rex Colt would be proud.
This is like a cool little string skipping exercise. transcribe that part.
That's my pick slide. That's all I had. Oh my God, my right hand, Pody.
Yeah,
Holy cow!
It's a test of endurance. On,
I mean, and
on
again,
the
I
bass.
did it with a pick, so maybe I shouldn't have done it with a pick. I just assumed that there would be a strong attack on
I
a
would think
synth line.
it's probably easier with a pick.
No, because I can walk it.
Yeah, but do that for like 11 minutes.
It's not an 11-minute song. I'm sorry. I refuse to do it for 11 minutes. Yeah, that is fun. But I see what you mean, that you broke it down into here's and we didn't really define legato. But you said there's some string skipping in there. There's some legato. Legato is playing smoothly, right? Is it how you connect the notes?
Yeah. So, you know, you could pick that whole part. But I chose to transcribe it in such a way that you would play it legato.
So some hammer-ons so that the notes sort of blend into each other.
Yeah, so you're only picking when you change strings.
Okay.
Basically. And then there's the string skipping part, which it's slow enough that you could play it all downstrokes, but it's a really good alternate picking exercise as well if you alternate pick it, because it's kind of tricky to alternate pick where all the string skips are. So.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Something exactly like that.
But yeah, if you alternate pick it, I feel like that's a good exercise both for alternate picking and for string skipping, and to get those two things really like locked in.
Yeah.
So that's how I approached it.
I'm glad you did, because I think a lot of people looked at it and said, you know, it's just a synth song. Why would I want to learn to play that on guitar? Well, if you give it a shot, you might find that it was actually built specifically for you to learn things on guitar.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing so.
Thank you. And the one dive bomb that actually is guitar, the guitar's tuned to D standard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Something tells me that you can make it work anyway.
Yeah, well, the chart was also up a half step, and we pitched it down a half step so you can get a harmonic that works.
Right.
Now that we pitched it down, but it was all complicated.
Hey everybody, this is a lovely Ernie Ball Caprice bass, and you could win not this bass, but some other stuff from Ernie Ball right now. It's time for our second Ernie Ball prize pack. This is, everything you see here is going to go home with somebody. It already is going to go home with somebody else who won it about, after our first song today. We did 5 songs today, which is a little unusual. We only do 4. But everything you see here is winnable and will be shipped to you if your name is drawn randomly by Moobot. What you're going to get is what you see. A brand new set of regular Slinky strings for both your guitar and your bass. The Wonder Wipes cleaning and maintenance system. Their little pre-moistened towelettes make it super easy to keep your guitar in tip-top shape, keep the strings lasting longer, keep the guitar polished and pretty and, you know, without gunk on it to ruin your finish. Brand new peg winder, which is useful not only for turning the machine heads on your headstock when you change strings, but also there's a little lip in the bottom, a little notch, so that you can pull out the pegs from your acoustic safely and easily. I know if you're a new acoustic player, you might not really understand how that's supposed to work, but a little bit of leverage and that tiny little U-shaped cutout in a peg winder will help you a lot. We have some silver straps to give away. You're going to get one of those, of course, and then picks. We're going to give you 15 picks, 3 of the Rocksmith pink Skullboy picks that you can only get here, and then another dozen of Ernie Ball's finest picks. I believe they are medium gauge, and I believe they're celluloid or fake celluloid, you know, sort of the synthetic celluloid. But they're yours to play for as long as you see fit. If you win. To win, all you have to do is follow whatever instructions that our friend UB Vertigo is giving in the chat room right now, and that'll let you know what you need to do. So congratulations to the winners who won the double serving of codes this week. We decided to be a little bit generous because we were asking you to stay a little bit longer, and of course we had to celebrate. We had the Road Vikings here. Thank you so much to Rock and Roll Ragnar and to Davey Zavala for coming in, playing their song live, braving the Rocksmith interface. Obviously, they have gigs coming up, and they took a little bit of time out to do that. They're going to be playing in LA this weekend. They've got a 5-song EP coming out soon, and they also have a brand new official video for the Ballad of Clutch Nixon debuted here. You can say, I saw it before you did, because we all kind of saw it for the first time here, and you'll be able to see it more at theroadvikings.com. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next week, Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and 10 p.m. UTC, as we do more DLC. What's next week? I can't tell you, but I can give you a hint, and that hint is going to be delivered technically by UB Vertigo and Rolling Stone 222 in tomorrow morning in the Rocksmith forums. If you go to the DLC section of Rocksmith.com tomorrow morning, you will find a clue that will lead you to what I can tell you now is the confirmation of a song and an artist that both appear in next week's pack. I am curious to see what everybody thinks. As you know, we like to mix it up a lot. We like to offer a wide variety, whether you're interested in singer-songwriters, or you're interested in punk, or you're interested in metal, or you're interested in classic rock, or you're interested in blues. We're trying to give a little thing to everybody to inspire everybody out there. If it's not for you one week, that's okay. It might be for you the next week. You never know until we reveal it, and the first way that we're going to reveal it is tomorrow, rocksmith.com, in the forums. In the DLC area. We will post a puzzle that Rolling Stone 222 has created. Your job is to solve that puzzle with everybody else in the forum, working together, using what you know, using what you think you know, maybe investigating some things on Google. It's actually quite a bit of fun and generally a very positive atmosphere. So we'll see you there tomorrow. We'll see you back here on Thursday, and we hope that you enjoy your weekend, perhaps with some soundtracks from Ubisoft games. Here's another look at the Ubisoft Music Song Pack. 5 songs. Again, only available as a pack this week, but only $5. $5 for 5 songs. It's a pretty darn good value. So take another look, see if you would like to take any of these on, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.